I know today so many people say, well, it's obvious that Transformers is a movie franchise. But back in the day, it wasn't as obvious as it is today, and it took a long time. The point of arrival for the change and the momentum and the pace of getting Transformers made was when Steven said that he always believed this should be a movie, and he had in his mind's eye what the basic concept of this movie could be, way beyond and way in advance of what anyone else had thought.
With the credibility of Steven Spielberg wanting to attach himself to our franchise, really changed the dynamic for what kind of movie this was going to be.
Once Steven Spielberg says to you, yeah, you go ahead and you carry this torch on the biggest property that I'm going to be involved in for the next decade. I want you to hold the torch and run with it. Yeah, I trust you. Once you said it to a Michael Bay type, then it's really hard to bring that dude back into any kind of feeling other than champion confidence.
While we were focused on telling the stories of Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Steven Spielberg focused primarily on telling the human story.
And what Steven really brought to the party was a single idea about a boy in his car.
This simple thread of the boy who gets a car to get a girl, and the car just happens to turn out to be an alien robot that's in the midst of this war. And he made Transformers relevant to every person on the planet.
These are movies about good versus evil, and he's got a great way of reinventing that and helping, you know, with the overall sort of direction of the films. And you know, you need guys like that that can imagine.
We've had a relationship with him since Jurassic Park and Indiana Jones.
And it was just natural when he came on board with Transformers that great partnership would continue and blossom.
Meeting with Steven Spielberg was like meeting with the most amazing filmmaker that you've known and grown up with, and then the most amazing teenager who understood what audiences really look for, who was like totally versed in the characters of this brand.
He's more of the guy that's behind the scenes. It's not like he's on the set every single day, but he's the guy that's like, you know, checking out the script and going over notes, and he's got his hand in the pot.
We've presented to Steven several times the full range of products and some of the licensed goods that we were going to do.
He was playing with the Transformers. When we showed a video game, he actually got up and would play it for 15 minutes. We'd be lining up all the toys.
Steven immediately got out his iPhone, and he went down on the table like this, and he lined up this shot.
They were just so well thought out and so well put together, even though they were just pictures of toys.
With the humans in the foreground looking up at this Transformer, it was framed exactly like a one sheet of a movie, and he did it in about 12 seconds.
We knew when we saw those photographs on his camera that the film was going to look amazing.
Steven has created so many iconic movies and sci-fi movies. Any contribution that he put towards Transformers would make it in the pantheon of the great films that he's been a part of.